One, two, three. One, two, three. Let's go.
I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily readings, okay? Like and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you to those of you who have liked, subscribed, and commented, okay? I love it and appreciate it, so please keep it coming. What else? Oh, God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, all beings of light only, you're welcome into this reading. Please give the Piscean Seer collective the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Okay, so look. Spirit had me watching a movie last night. That's why I'm looking like this, because the shit I'm gonna talk about is crazy, okay? Spirit had me watching this movie called A Clockwork Orange, okay? And in the movie, there's this guy, right? I don't remember the damn names, okay? But there's this, because it was crazy. I was watching it like, what the fuck is this? What is it? What do you got me watching? I almost turned it off. The spirit was like, no, don't turn it off. Watch it, right? I eventually pulled out my notebook and started taking notes, okay? So, at the beginning, okay, it's a guy and his three friends, and they're doing all of this like very violent things, okay? They're doing violent crimes, they're doing home invasions, okay? They're doing assault, murder, you know, and that one word that starts with the R and ends with ape, okay? They're doing that. And they're going to this milk bar where they're drinking milk infused with different sorts of things, you know. One of the things that he named was adrenochrome, okay? That's what it was called in the movie. It was called adrenochrome. So they're going to these milk bars and they're drinking this infused milk with like, you know, and it's making them like very violent, okay? So, he beats up his friends to prove that he's like the leader of the gang, you know, because they was getting out of line with him. And on the next time they did a home invasion, they set him up. Okay, it all like the way it happened. It was crazy. Okay, so the guy, he hits the lady so he can go downstairs and let the dudes in, but the lady had already called the police before they got in. So when he gets outside, they hit him upside his head with a milk bottle, okay? And then, so he's knocked out and he's blind. I mean, he's not knocked out, but he's like, I'm blind, I can't see. So the police come get him and take him to jail. And then the lady that he hits in the head ends up dying, okay? They beat him all up in the interrogation room and shit and had him leaking. The guy comes and he spits in his face. And then he goes to jail, okay? So when he gets to jail, he gets, you know, all tied up with like the church and things like that, because he already had, you know, this religious background through his parents. So he hears about this program where they will let him do tests. They do tests on him, you know. They'll try. The point of the program is for them to do tests on him to you know, reform him, to fix him, you know, with like mind control. Like they put him in a chair in a straight jacket and they put those things, you know, that keep the eyes open, and they show him all kinds of like clips of the things that he was doing, you know, lots of violent crimes and things like that, and they play classical music with it. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, okay? But they're really fucking doing this shit, okay? They're doing this for early release, so people are getting out and they're acting really weird, okay? They're getting out and they're acting hella soft. They might even be like just totally like, let me finish before, because I'm gonna spirit want to talk about this, so let me finish and then we gonna talk about it. So his inmate number, because they wanted me to tell you the numbers first, but I had to tell you what I was talking about before I could tell you the numbers, okay? So his inmate number is 655321, okay? So 655 represents a new opportunity miraculously appearing, you know, and it also represents major change. So I think that's just crazy, like, because he undergoes this major change to not be a violent criminal. And Spirit told me it doesn't work. It doesn't work with with people who are only sexual offenders. You know, it doesn't work for the P words. It only works for violent offenders. Okay, that's why all of those violent offenders, well, a lot of violent offenders are getting out of jail by going through this little secret program that basically reprograms their mind. But they don't know that that program is, there's something else behind it. Okay. Spirit's not really being clear about what else it does to them. It causes all sorts of other mental issues. Okay, so people are getting out of jail early and they're acting totally different. They're not like the person that went into jail. Okay, you could know someone who got out of jail who's acting totally different because they've gone through this program. Okay. Yeah, and it 655 also talks about feeling apprehensive or anxious. So they are getting out and they're jumpy, you know, they're really anxious, they're worried about all kinds of things because they don't let these people experiment on them in jail to make them, you know, a better person. But it's stripping away something that they need from their soul. If they had just gone through the jail process, they would have learned some sort of lesson. Okay, but they didn't. And so, you know, they're basically signing over their rights. Look, it says, I done been alone since I've been me. Then we turn friends to a family. Tell me why it feels like we're enemies now. Everybody getting hard feelings. Everybody want to tell secrets. Somebody should have told me. Okay, so I don't know. There's like this big ass secret thing. She said, I grew up stealing in Pittsburgh. Mama died young, so I've been learned. Okay, so he said, I told him I would kill to get my life on track or something like that. So they're targeting people like that, you know, people that have been trained to not really react to violent things early on in life. Okay. Also, so 321 is the second part of the inmate number. Okay. It's encouragement, support, ready to help you with a fresh start. Okay, so this is how they're getting them. They're like, come on, you know, you're gonna get out early, you're gonna have this fresh start. I heard that they even pay them a little bit of money for participating. You know, them getting out early is not the only perk of this program that, you know, the people got going on. We're gonna call them the man. We don't want to say the G word. I don't know why, but they don't want me to say, you know, .gov. They want me to say, I can say .gov, all right? So .gov is promising these motherfuckers all of this support and, you know, acting like this is gonna be the best thing that ever could have happened for them. Okay. So when he gets to the place, they sign him over and he gets, like, you know, a hospital bed and all of that. You know, they're feeding him. They're being very nice to him and they're giving a shot of this serum. Okay. Serum number 114. And it's serum. The angel number 114. It says progressive change, renewal, and growth. Okay. Says keep your focus and intentions positive. So that's what the serum does. The serum influences the way that they make decisions. Okay, it makes them focus more on the positive, and the guy he was really positive no matter what they did to him. Okay, so after they give him this serum number 114, they strap him to a chair with a straitjacket, like I was telling you. You know, and force them to watch all sorts of violent films and crimes and shit like that. And they make them do that twice a day, okay? So they're making them watch these crazy ass videos with like war. It was like Nazi stuff and all kinds of shit. And they're making them watch that 2 times a day until the thought of being aggressive with someone. Okay, so after they do that, okay, because this is going to explain what I was finna say. After they do that, they have like this whole audience of people, you know, scientists and prison people and all type of shit like that. And they have them on stage. They have the man standing on stage, you know, and they present him and shit. And then some guy comes out and he like totally berates him, like lays into him, like totally cusses him out. He's slapping him and shit. He pushes him to the ground. And the guy's like, what, sir? You know, he really literally can't react violently. When he thinks about reacting violently, he starts throwing up and he starts burping. Okay. He starts throwing up I mean, he feels the need to throw up. He doesn't actually throw up, but he gets really sick, like he wants to vomit. And y'all can watch it, okay? It's on HBO, okay? It's called A Clockwork Orange. And then he makes him lick the bottom of his shoe and some more shit, okay? And just to prove, and so when it goes all, applause and all that shit, because the experiment worked, okay? This man appears reformed to the point where he's sick to his stomach at the thought of defending himself, okay? So not only does it stop them from doing violent crimes that they would have normally done, it stops them from protecting themselves, okay? And I think it's a violation of the laws in some sort of way. It's getting in the way of their free will to act, okay? It changes it changes their mind. They're literally, and the guy said, oh, we did it without mind control, but they did mind control him. They mind controlled him into being a better person. They mind controlled him into getting sick whenever he was exposed to violence. So next they bring out a naked woman, and they have the naked woman stand on the stage, and she has just her boobs out, and she has just panties on. And he's narrating the whole movie, and he says, I wanted to jump on her and give her the old in and out in a really violent way, but I just got sick to my stomach. So, he wasn't even going to do anything. He wasn't even, the way that he was reaching to her, was like to touch her, like, just in a sexual way, but he couldn't even do that. He couldn't be violent or be sexual toward that woman. And I feel like that's a big part of it too. So they're coming out of jail, and this would explain, it's not because they got gay in jail. They could have gone in bisexual already, but it's to the point where they're mind controlled to not hurt a woman violently, but they don't realize that the mind control is stronger than they think. And so a lot of them can't even touch a woman sexually for a long period of time, okay? So you could know someone who got out of jail and has been acting like this. They act like, like the thought of something violent happen makes them sick, like all of a sudden, world events make them really sad and things like that. I mean, that's really, but the nurse was like telling the dude that, what did she say? Yeah, violence and horrendous acts, they make a normal person sick and disgusted, and you should feel that way too, okay? So it says they have someone, this was just me saying that. That's what I just said, okay, with things that happen. So then he goes home, because I stopped the notes right there, because I was like, I can remember this crazy shit. So then he goes home, and there's like some dude living with his parents, and his parents are like, well, what are we supposed to do, because this guy has, what does he say? Oh, the guy has a contract to stay with them for 2 years, okay? So, and the guy gets up and he starts talking shit to the guy about what he did to his parents, and, it happens again. He gets all gaggy and burpy, and the dude's like, ew, cover your mouth, and they kind of just, like, rag on him. It says, so I was just shuffled a little bit, remember? It says hamster came out, okay? So it says the hamster arrives when you miss a chance at making the most of an odd or difficult situation. So by signing up for that program, they're giving up their divine partnership, okay? It says divine partnership is in the making, be patient. Or you could have even had someone who was in jail, and they signed up for that program, and you were trying to figure out, like, why did they get out so early? And you were trying to figure out why, when they got out, they were so weird, because they went through this program, okay? It says intense, fiery, artistic nature that just isn't taken seriously. So they become somebody in society who is no longer being taken seriously, okay? They are mind controlling who they are right the fuck out of them, okay? And they don't know that this is what they're signing up for, okay? It says generosity, gratitude, family, and friendship, harvest and abundance. They're promising them all sorts of things, like, oh, you'll be able to take care of your family with this money that we give you, and, oh, you'll be such a more generous, grateful member of society, but really they're just tricking them into signing over their rights. It says where there is life, there is transcendence. They are sucking the life out of them with this control that they're putting into them. And so they're stripping their chances of them transcending. It says cosmic beings and other galactic things. So this is what the, dark cosmic people are doing to the prisoners. That's why the prison system is so big, okay? That's where they get a lot of their test subjects from. So know that. It says Nickelodeon, childish energy, pedo energy. I think that, okay. So Spirit said that even though it doesn't work on pedos, it does create pedos, okay? It doesn't work on them to reform them. It does reform some of them from violent crimes, but they get out and do other natures of crimes. It's that because you can't reprogram a person's brain, they're born the way that they are for a reason. There's certain lessons they have to learn for a reason. And it doesn't... shit. I'm sorry. It just reroutes into some other form of crime. It doesn't necessarily reform them, okay? It says Mean Girls. So, they still can be a little mean though. Like it just turns them into a whole nother person. That's why they're so different. They get stuck in this stage right here, where they're straight. It says conscious at one extremity, okay? And it says dissolved under that. So they're just stuck right there wherever they are, wherever they place them in their mind control, okay? Whatever they can do at that point is all they can do anymore, because they don't realize that they're selling their souls, is what Spirit said, okay? So the Pleiadians are the ones that are telling this. they're the ones that are talking about this. It says, first humanoid society to develop hyperspace travel. Okay, so they've been doing this experiment since the 1940s, okay? They've been experimenting on prisoners since the 1940s, and children too. Divine order, judgment, truth revealed or concealed, okay? So they conceal this from society, okay? Spirit's using me right now to reveal some shit. Okay, the 8th prime number leaks to 8, the number of destiny and divinity, okay? So they are stealing their destiny and divinity. They're taking the destiny and divinity of inmates and children, because old people, oh shit, and elders, okay? The elders in our society, when they're going to these homes and things, they're doing little experiments on them. And they're not even telling the families, some of them, they're not telling the families. This is sneaky shit, okay? It says Tiwas, victory, masculine gods, warrior rune. So this is the reason why Spirit is really stepping up like this, okay? So the Spicean starseed is a rare soul from Spica in Virgo constellation, intelligent and psychic, art, music, writing books, cat-like eyes, strong and protective. These are some of, they look for starseeds specifically, okay? They look for special people to do these things too, because they want to know how those people are ticking and how they are working, okay? So if you could be very intelligent, these are intelligent people. These are psychic people. These are people who excel at art and music and writing books, and they're very attractive, these people. And then they put them back in society and they monitor them. Okay. These people never ever they own them now because they signed up for these things. So be careful. And also they said, those little test things that they sign up for, that you get emails and things about, those ads to get paid to do scientific experiments. Be careful with that shit. Do not do that. Don't do that. Okay? Because they never lose track of you. They monitor you. Okay? Alpha Centaurians vibrate and resonate on a band of violet light and has enormous scientific and technological knowledge of the highest quality in the universe. So they're using very high quality scientific and technical knowledge to do these tests. They are doing these tests based on information that they already have, okay? They're trying to create certain outcomes using people, okay? With the wish to help raise the Earth's scientific and technological and theoretical knowledge. Okay, so Alpha Centaurian starseeds and Spican starseeds and the Pleiadian starseeds, they really like to pick and prod them. Telepathically link up with some of our most advanced scientists, okay? They telepathically linking to the most advanced scientists in the world and telling them how to test on these people and how to figure out and find what is going on within them, okay? Sometimes have trouble grounding ideas on the earthly plane because they can't come straight here and just do it. They're starting to have a harder time grounding their ideas, okay? And so now they have to, this huge awakening that we've gone through, we've really pushed them down, into, a place of like, I don't know, panic, low key. And so they're trying to hurry up and get all of these test results of this shit that they're doing, okay? It says perceive the hidden spirit and spiritual beings working through all forces of nature, okay? I learned that dark entities and things like, people just don't understand how deep it is, okay? There's a lot of dark entities and dark celestial beings that use things in nature too, okay? I know this sounds crazy, but evil trees exist, okay? There are some plants in nature and things like that, in really, I'm channeling right now, okay? In really, violently imprinted places, okay? Places where big tragedies happened and things like that, places where something nasty happened. Those are places where they can take over certain trees and things. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. It says ancestral inherited property, okay? Genetics. Okay, so gratitude, spirit, because I said I don't know, okay? Those places where the dark entities can take over, like trees and such, those places belong to the ancestors of the dark-oriented beings. I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, just think about, how the countries have, they'll take over something and they'll put their flag, okay? It's just like that. And there's all kinds of like ley lines, and it's so deep the way things could go. But let me stay on track, okay? Root chakra energy, passion, strength, courage, physical activity, creativity, warmth, and security and love, okay? This mind control really fucks up the root chakra, okay? It really fucks with it. And once your root chakra is out of whack, it can really take everything else out of whack. The dissolving practice, okay? The dissolving practice is an alchemical way to read spiritual texts. The words have to be dissolved into a direct inner spiritual experience or meditative reality, okay? So that's why they're like showing them the same thing over and over and over again, okay? Giving them all of this information, to the point where, you're just, like, just think about it. Like, you can just be sitting, staring at, I don't know, looking at the rain outside or whatever, but because you're just sitting there looking at it, okay? You're looking at it, you're hearing it, and you're experiencing it. And if you look at it long enough, you enter a meditative state. And so that's why the mind control is active. That's why it works, because they are in a meditative state when they are absorbing these things. As long as, they have, I don't know, they're giving them this serum, this 114 serum, okay? It's something in it that relaxes you and puts your mind into more of a meditative state. They're playing with like chemicals and things that your brain naturally releases in order to make it stick, okay? They done got way better at this shit than they used to be. Let me tell you that. And they're creating worse types of criminal. I mean, I don't really feel like I mean, there's levels to everything, but they're saying that they are literally creating monsters. Like, these people wouldn't be as bad. Look, scarcity, okay? These people literally wouldn't be as bad. They're bringing something else out of them and making them, and when they get out, you know, they're very weird and they do worse things. This is why they always end up going back, okay? They're stripping them down to the bare minimum and turning them into something else. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, they no longer can operate in fearless love after that. They have no, look at these things all over her hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're controlling the whole mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's theirs. And they even have, like, you know, like those handlers and Hollywood, you know, they have like little cues, they have handlers that, you know, they'll tap them on their shoulders a certain amount of times, or, you know, say it's trigger word and that person will totally act different. I know y'all done seen stars do that in public. Yeah, they have this etheric cord to them now. Now they are theirs because these people are signed. Look at this. Your ancestors don't like that they fucking with the kids. Look. They cut it. They're about to cut all of this shit off. Like, you know, these people. Okay, because magic. This says alchemy, which got me saying what I'm about to say. Magic is just a word for technology that you do not understand yet. Okay, that's why it seems like magic. Okay, think about it. You know, all different things in the world that were invented that had a perfectly good explanation, that have a perfectly good explanation now, but they were like, oh, that's magic, and people then got killed and hung, okay, for technology that people did not understand yet. Soul forgiveness. But I think that the people who did not have a choice in these mind control matters, like, there's people who signed up for that shit and who chose it, and some people who did not. Okay, the people who did not sign up for that, they're receiving soul forgiveness. Okay, they're going to be fixed is what I heard. They're going to be fixed. Yeah, so they can receive their harvest that they're supposed to receive. Their ancestors do not agree with this, obviously. You know, some of these people are divine. Some of these people that have been mind controlled, they're going to literally free them from this. But once they're going to give these people who have gone through this program a chance to surrender to the divine. And I heard most of them are taking it. Most of them are taking it, okay, because divine is revealing the truth to them. They are allowing them to see that they are being mind controlled, and they're reawakening the creativity within them. Gratitude, spirit. This is very interesting. I knew it was going to be very interesting, but they really, really, really wanted to talk about this. Worthiness is because they're worthy. They're worthy of the divine. They were always worthy of the divine, but they got caught in the middle of their lessons. Okay, they were self-sabotaging, and it got them into a position to have to make bargains with the snake. Okay, that they didn't realize that they didn't have to make bargainings. Okay, they made these deals before they were awakened. Okay, some of them. Okay. Some of them made these deals before they were awakened, and some of them are just betrayed. They just betrayed spirit. They just betrayed God, and so they're stuck like that. Yeah. It says secrets revealed. No more out of this one. Let me get the moon deck. Till the chips were down. No, you're a gambling man. Love is a losing hand. Okay, so yeah. This says speak your world into being, but it's in reverse, okay? They do not want us to manifest. They do not want the divine to come out of you, okay? Any way the devil can trick you into making some sort of deal with him, he will, okay? That's why it's very important for you to keep making time for self-love, okay? And make sure that you're thinking everything through, okay? Do not sign anything. Like I said, don't be signing up for those little, like, test programs, where you go and you stay for 2 weeks and shit. That shit is not good for you, okay? They want to take your shine. They're just like trying to find the proper subjects, okay? That's why so many people get denied for those things, because you have to be special, okay? You have to have a deeper side. It says go deeper. They're trying to figure us out. They're trying to figure out what makes us tick, okay? Release control. That's what they want you to do. They want you to release your control. Give up your right to embrace the flow of life. It says embrace the flow of life. They don't want us to embrace the flow of life. They want us to be constantly worried and upset, okay? With closed hearts. It says keep your heart open. They want us to be constantly upset, sad, angry, and just pissed off and fucking up everything in society, so they can throw them back in jail and keep the cycle going. And then, they want you to feel like, oh, my boo's gone, my man gone, he didn't went to jail, or my son or whatever, and to be really breaking your back and really stuck financially, so that you'll be willing to do things that you shouldn't do, okay? But we're all divine here, just keep on going for the spirit, okay? Everyone is going through, it says lighten up. It says lighten up. They don't want you to light up. That's what I'm really getting from this. They don't want you. Look at how she has this thing in her hand, okay? And it's lighting up, but it's outside of her. They want you to be looking for the light outside of you. They don't want these inmates and these people to figure out their power, okay? They don't want us honoring our feelings and being where we should be. They want niggas hard and rough and violent and just afraid, okay? They don't afraid to release your blocks. They don't want people to truly awaken who they are at a soul level, because I hear anarchy. They are crazy. Know you are loved, okay? Just know that you have the love of the divine. Or if you know someone who has been through this, then that's what you need to just be an example of, be an example of the power that loving yourself can bring you. It says take a breather, okay? It also says reveal what needs to be seen, okay? So I didn't reveal something that needed to be seen, but I haven't heard much of it. I've heard of all of the testing and things like that, but I didn't know it was like that deep, where it was like a program that they can do, but they be so open to change and ready, and they feel the gut feelings, and they feel like insecure about whatever they're about to do, but they push through the insecurities and they do it anyway, okay? Because they're not quite attuned to the divine, so they're doubting it. They're doubting their gut, okay? And they think that they're going to be able to, step up and lead their family like they're supposed to. This is what they're offering them. They're offering them money. They're offering them whatever. And the more special they are, the more shit that they're offering them. But they don't know that they're leaving their entire life behind. It says leave the past behind. They're leaving their entire life behind to get mind controlled into a new person who's now going to be controlled by .gov, okay? It says step into your power, okay? So, but still, I think Spirit is really trying to say, it says talk less and feel more. It's like they talked so much. It's like these people spend more time talking themselves. Like I'm stuttering, but I just paused because it went to the next video. But what I'm saying is some people just do a whole lot of talking, but if you just talk less and just listen to what they're saying, you will feel that feeling that Spirit's telling you get the fuck out of there, okay? I just really have the feeling that somebody that this video is for is someone who does sign up for those trial things and those little experiments where they might pay you like $2,500 a week type shit, and you do it because you really need the money, but it's getting into the way of your ascension. This says ascension, okay? So a Christic ascension is when you go as deep as possible into the experiences of the physical world and develop strengths we can't develop if we pull out too quickly. Okay, so when they're signing up for this thing, they don't, or when you're signing up for these experiments, you don't realize you're just pulling out quickly. You're pulling out of what you should be going through that's going to make you stronger, when divine would have offered you a solution. You're pulling out and going to what you think is the solution, but that's not the solution that the divine would ever send you to. They would never send you to go get experimented on or to do anything like that. That's not for you. Okay, maybe this is for people in jail, okay? Because, some people in jail, they have all kinds of, all sorts of, like, access to the outside world, okay, that we don't think that they have, but they do. They have the access. They'll even act like it on the phone with you and in letters and shit, because they read all of that shit too. Like, think about it. There's no way for these people to communicate what's going on with them in jail, really, okay? So if you know someone in jail, this could be a choice that they're being, that they're being offered right now. So the Luciferi ascension is people that don't like to be here, okay? They want to leave as quick as possible, and they have no biological urge to learn any real lessons, okay? So that's what it is. It's like they want to mind control them and make them stay right there. If they stay right there, there is no growth. Eventually they're going to go crazy because they get tired of staying right there. The mind control, it wears off, it snaps. This is what I mean. It makes them snap, and it makes them do more violent crimes, which make them end up dying sooner, okay? And they already signed themselves over, so there's really nothing that the divine can do for them. Yeah, it says unrequited love, illusion, escapism. So they get out and they this is the Knight of Cups in reverse, okay? It totally throws off their inspiration, their intuition, and their creative expression, okay? They lie more. It says someone with a fragile sense of identity and poor personal boundaries, okay? My phone said beep or whatever noise it makes. And that's why, did I say that's why they're alcoholics? That's why they're on drugs. They're practicing escapism from what they did to them in these programs, okay? Big changes and opportunities with the Knight of Swords. It says, seize the moment, jump in, arrival, departure, assertive. See, this is why they hurry up and jump in, because they're ready for the big change. They feel like it's a big opportunity, and they're thinking that these people are being direct and honest with them, but really they're just talking fast and being quick-witted, and taking advantage of you guys, of I want to say you guys, because I really feel like I'm talking to people in jail, okay? They want to take advantage of you guys' need to get out of jail, but you don't need to get out of jail. You need to realize that the divine got you, okay? That's what you need to realize, that God's going to get you out of jail when you're ready to get out of jail. If you're in jail for a fucking reason, okay? It doesn't mean you're not divine when you're in jail. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all know that there's, a whole bunch of people who are just nasty and they have nasty energy and they're just always going to have a hard time in life. But that must be something their soul signed up for, or that must be their karma for a choice that they made, okay? We cannot save everyone. These people are pretending like they're going to give some sort of wish fulfillment when all they're giving really is fear and anxiety with the Nine of Swords. They're really giving you fear and anxiety, okay? In this program, it kind of, it ups the terror, the stress, and all of that comes along with negativity and violence, okay? And it causes deep unhappiness, okay? And stress and burdens. You become overwhelmed and you eventually reach a breaking point. That is what this says. That's what I was just saying. They snap, okay? And they start having a hard time coping with or facing life. These people end up in mental anguish for the rest of their life, okay? And then, because your guilt is already big, okay? You already have this big feeling of guilt, like you need to be reformed in the first place. That's why it works, okay? It says, focusing on the past, subject of gossip, and people was talking about the inmates and, gossiping about them behind their back and all of this because they done this. Most of them didn't even do what they did, but they're still signing up for this because if it means getting out of jail early for some shit, from this shit that I didn't even do, cool, okay? And they're making them wealthy. Like I said, they're paying them. They're making them independently wealthy. Okay. So when they get out, they have the money to self-medicate. These cards are flipped. They want to self-medicate. A lot of them are thinking about their relationships that they have on the outside. And they're just afraid, they're afraid they would regret refusing this offer that they don't want. They don't see the darkness behind these experiments that they're trying to get us to sign up for and offering us money. There's a reason why, okay? There's a reason why, because they claim they know everything. But if they know everything, then why the fuck do they need to experiment on us? Okay? So, rest, fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, mental overload. So that's why they're getting out and they're not sleeping. Even with the army, this is very, very, very much like people going to war, okay? They come back from war with these same symptoms because they're going under these same motherfucking experiments. This reading is crazy, yo. So they're going, like, this is the same thing. They're coming back. When they come back from war, they have been experimented on, okay? When you sign up, when you sign those papers, you're literally signing yourself over to the .gov, okay? It says mental overload, needing solitude, relaxation, rest, peace, and quiet sanctuary, okay? Meditation, regrouping, healing, hospitalization, introspection, and planning for the future. Okay, some of them, okay, so it's this. Look at I don't know how this got flipped, but I'm spitting facts right now. That's all I know. Look, and the devil, okay? This shit is like some really dark shit. They don't want you to be, okay, so half of the deck is like this, okay? with both sides out, okay? They don't want you to see this. They don't want these inmates and such to see the sun, though. They're selling dreams with the 7 of Cups. They're selling dreams. They're selling this big illusion, like, they're going to do something for you. Like, you're going to be rich somehow, and you're just not. They're making these people feel like they have a lot of options and things, and really they're just selling them a fantasy. They know that they're going to start, they're capitalizing on their wishful thinking of being free, okay? And they get the imagination going, you know what I mean? They don't know that later on they're going to have all sorts of hallucinations and shit. These people, they make this, and it's binding because you make the choice that you're making based on sincere feelings, okay? Look, it says this is the Queen of Cups. It says sincere feelings, imagination, dreams, and empathy, occult interest, deep feeling, okay? It says your mother may play a significant role in near future events. It says the moon, so things are hidden, okay? Your parents could have even allowed this type of thing to happen to you when you were younger, okay? And there's probably all of these crazy stories about how, you were so bad and you used to do this and you used to do that and nobody didn't know why. You just did it when really your parent was getting paid to let them give you all kinds of experimental drugs and shit. It says intuition, illusion, dreams, vagueness, instability, deception, anxiety, fear, misconception, subconscious, and insecurity. Okay, those are all the ways you could have been feeling when you were younger. You could have felt, you could be coming into the deception of the past of your childhood could be coming to your attention a lot right now, okay? And you could be finding out all sorts of new things, You could have grown up really insecure, okay? Really anxious, really afraid of everything. You could have been even like molested. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all, full disclosure, I've been molested. I was molested a lot of times when I was younger, okay? And you know, my family now, they act like they have no idea what went on. Like, no one talks about it. Everybody acts like it just didn't happen. And you might be from a family like that too, where they act like none of that shit happened. This is the King of Wands in reverse. It came out upright, but Spirit told me to turn it around because it says lies, deviousness, prejudice, a liar or devious person, one whose main focus is self-promotion. So your parents could have been willing to put you in the line of fire, okay, and let you get experimented on and shit, so for the preservation of themselves, you know. Look, for a financial new beginning, he can't. For a financial new beginning, new financial opportunities, new job, new business, money, investments, saving, prosperity, security, stability, abundance, and manifestation. Like, they didn't mind putting you out there to let people do things to you to get money for it, okay? Even though they were warned about the side effects and things, they felt like still, you know, oh, this is still good news, you know, oh, it's okay, with this money I'll be able to give my kid a new beginning. And to be honest, most of the parents wasn't even thinking like that. They was like, oh, I'll be able to give myself a new beginning, okay? The money inspired them. They was inspired by the money. It says physically starting something new, okay? So they had to physically take you somewhere, okay? They knew there's no way that they could have been doing it. They could have even tricked some of the parents, I'm hearing. Finding new passion, enthusiasm, urgency, you know, using you like, oh, well, if we don't hurry up and do this to your child, then, you know, your child might not make it, or your child, you could have been sick a lot when you were younger, or you could have even had like some sort of disease. You could have some sort of rare disease now that's a lot harder for a child to deal with than an adult, you know, and they use those things to be able to do testing on you because that rare disease is actually a sign of some sort of power that you have within you, okay? Yeah. Yes, okay. This is the Six of Pentacles, okay? They were very generous, giving gifts, generosity, charity, okay? Donations, money, you know, acting like, you know, they just wanted to be, you know, a good community and provide some sort of assistance, support, you know, to help you in your hard time. But they were really just they were trading, like, it's crazy. They were trading this kindness for the despair of the parents. And even the inmates, they're taking advantage of, you know, their dreams, their need to be free, to be rich, to be happy, to be with their families, okay? And most of the time they are successful, okay? Most of the time they achieve mind control, okay? Most of the time they do get the control that they want. But now Spirit's not playing, okay? Spirit is making towers, okay? They finna tear that shit down, okay? It's finna be some chaos, destruction, some sudden upheaval, okay? With these tests, they're going to start going wrong, and people are going to start getting sued and exposed for the experimentation they've been doing on people, okay? That's why so many people come, and it's going to happen very quick, okay, with the Eight of Wands. It's going to happen fast. Look, because they've caused pain to all of these divine ones that they shouldn't have, okay? Yeah. It says successful, wealthy businessman, bettering yourself, not a risk taker, empire thriving, high status, stability, security, okay? So these are high status people, you know, the rich. They're being telepathically, they are draconian starseeds, you know. I mean, they have draconian starseeds that are of light, but that's because that's their destiny, to be more of light than they are of dark, you know. That those are the people who you know, they're good but they bad. They're good bad for you. Oh, that good bad behavior. It says good business. And so the Queen of Wands, okay, this is the energy that they want. They want the of wands. And it's funny, which takes me back to the movie, because the dude was like, what the fuck did he say? He was like, yeah, I like this one. This was a good choice. Yeah, he spoke up. He's confident. He looks good. He's perfect. I'll take that one. He only picked one. He only picked one out of like 100 people. That's why they're able to keep it so secret. It's not a very wide known program. Okay, it's a very, very secret program. But it's very attractive, okay? It's very magnetic to the queens of wands that are in jail and, you know, locked up, and even, you know, to parents who are having a hard time, you know. They want these people that are locked up, they want new beginnings, you know, they want their cup to overflow. They want to believe that this is a cup, you know, that, you know, God has offered some sort of door, some sort of way out, but it is not, okay? It says challenging tradition, unconventional lifestyles, unconventional relationships, reversed roles, and non-conformity, okay? Signing up for that shit, you are conforming. You are conforming, and you are signing up to say, hey, I agree with what the fuck they're doing. You think that it's going to be a 9 of cups, but it is not. It is not a 9 of cups, okay? Oh, my goodness. If you've ever been through anything like this, though, this is the reason why you're going to get wish fulfillment now. If this was like something that you've been gone through, because like I said already, you know, there's definitely somebody in jail that this is for. That's what Spirit said. But also, this is happening to children. Like I said, this is happening to old people. This is happening to people out right now. This is happening to people who are grown. I mean, this is some past energy that has happened to people who are grown right now. Okay? It says defeat, surrender, change, walking away, self-sacrifice, self-sabotaging behavior, underhanded behavior, deception, lack of communication, aggression, bullying, intimidation, abuse, violence, crime, rape, murder, assault. Okay? Okay. There's some confirmation. There's some confirmation on what we're talking about. I'm going to just get like 2 more and then I'm done. Yeah, be careful. Just be careful what you're making investments in. And you could even be someone who's getting offered this right now about your child, or like I said, about those little places that email you and they're like, hey, do you want to come down? How do you know that I'm even right? Like, what makes you think I even have interest in this? I get emails like that all the time. I'm not finna sign up for nobody to fucking poke and prod me, you know. It says conflicts, fighting, arguments, rows, disagreements, struggle, opposition, battle. This is what they're finna go. This is the 5 of Wands. They're finna go through this type of shit, okay? They're about to be being defensive. They're gonna have to defend themselves and explain why things are going wrong, okay? Because there's a lot of clashing personalities and egos going on in the scientific realm of these things, okay? Lots of different opinions and things, and these scientists get in arguments all the time. That's what Spirit said. Spirit said that they're always arguing. They don't really agree on anything, but you know, and because they're dark entities, you know, they wanna outshine the other ones. So yeah, they're doing little underhanded shit to take control of folks. So watch it, because you don't want to be in the 5 of Pentacles. But don't worry about it. These people are about to receive justice, okay? They about to recognize that they're not winners. They're not winners, okay? This is you. This is for you. This is for all of you. All of yous who they tried to mind control. They tried to keep you restricted. But God came and offered y'all asses new jobs, okay? You're not going to experience this restriction they wanted you to. You may have before, but you're not going to anymore. You might not remember much before you were 10, okay? I remember almost nothing from the age of 10 on down. I mean, I remember like some key things. Like I said, I've been sexually, I've been molested lots of times, and I remember those things. And I even remember like we would do fun things, and those things, I don't want to say too much, okay? But you could be from an environment where, you know, it was always set up like it was so fun for you, but really that was just like a setup for you. Really, look, it's those setups are the reason for a lot of burdens in your life right now, a lot of reasons why you act the way that you don't act. Some of you could even not remember some of these things that happened to you. You've pushed them down subconsciously, because your brain is very powerful. Your brain's very powerful, and it will protect you. Okay, lots of people that have multiple personality disorders and things like that, they've been through something very traumatic as a child, and their brain literally cracked like, and so then you'll end up with two different personalities, or some people have like 24 and 65 type of people living in their head. Okay, so with that, I'm done. I think that's all Spirit wanted to tell you about that, and I have to do another message. Okay, so I hope you got something out of that, and I'll see you later.